From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is reacting to his nation's successful strike on Hezbollah's leadership. It comes after Hezbollah confirmed the deaths in an Israeli airstrike in southern suburbs of Beirut. He says assassinating Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah was an essential condition for Israel to achieve its wartime goals. Netanyahu's remarks note the killings of other top Hezbollah commanders was not enough for Israel, and he decided Nasrallah also had to go. He blamed him for being the architect of a plan to annihilate Israel. Almost 200 pages of research compiled by BC United before it dropped out of the British Columbia election is now being used by the NDP to depict the BC Conservative candidates as conspiracy theorists. BC Conservatives leader John Rustad says he's not concerned about the NDP trying to weaponize the documents.
Here's the thing I really have to chuckle about. David Eby, close to half of his cabinet has resigned and not running. He obviously does not even have the confidence in his own team to do a cabinet shuffle and put people in position. What does that say about David Eby's leadership?
The New Democrats are using the leaked documents to depict BC Conservative candidates as supporters of what they call, quote, crackpot conspiracy theories, including that Donald Trump won the 2020 presidential election. A Calgary City Councilor's plea to allow permanent residents to vote in municipal elections has been quashed. The decision comes following an emotional debate by mayors and councillors at an annual conference of Alberta municipalities. Currently, only Canadian citizens can take part in municipal votes, and those in favor of extending voting rights say permanent residents make a significant contribution to their communities and should have a say in who represents them. But the motion on the proposal has long been dismissed by Premier Daniel Smith as unconstitutional and failed by 46 votes. Canadian Heritage Minister Pascale St-Onge is set to make history in the coming weeks. She'll be the first openly lesbian cabinet minister to take parental leave when her wife gives birth with a due date in November. In an interview with the Canadian Press, the Quebec MP says she decided to speak publicly about her parental leave because she has a responsibility to continue to fight for LGBTQ rights. Massive rains brought on by the leftovers of Hurricane Helene have left many people stranded or homeless across southeastern U.S. as cleanup begins from the monster tempest that killed at least 52 people. John Berg lives in a small fishing town in Florida and says it's been devastated by the storm that has claimed so many lives.
I was smart enough, I left town because they said mandatory, and had water in my house, but I didn't lose nothing. I mean, of course, some appliances and stuff inside I've lost, but other than that, and that's stuff you can always replace, you know. It's lives we can't replace.
Deaths from the storm have been reported in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, as well as Virginia. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the United States has once again taken the lead at the President's Cup. The U.S. managed to capture a 3-1 third round of four-ball play lead at Royal Montreal Golf Club. That put the overall score to 8-6, heading into Saturday afternoon's fourth round, scheduled to be an alternate shot foursome format. The steroid case involving top-ranked tennis player Jannik Sinner has been appealed by the World Anti-Doping Agency. The Montreal-based body announced it's seeking a ban of 1 to 2 years. Sinner tested positive twice for an anabolic steroid in March, but was not banned in a decision by an independent tribunal announced by the International Tennis Integrity Agency on August 20th. Shohei Ohtani's locked in at the plate on the bases for the National League Most Valuable Player and is now on the Triple Crown. It's been that kind of a late-season surge for the Los Angeles Dodgers, a designated hitter who's already invented the 50-50 club. Ohtani went 4 for 5 in an 11-4 win over the Colorado Rockies, keeping in the running for the Triple Crown. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.